Mic check 1 2 1 2. Once I hear myself in practice, and be short one, maybe 5 10 minutes. An interview I had with Barbara Walter Williams about 10 years ago, roughly 10 years ago. Me, my co-host, almost number, R.I.P. My good brother. What I just said you saying. Um, Now I'm just talking about everything. Brother had a great deal of wisdom and knowledge. So sad for him having my account in the messages to his wife. That was crazy. So, you know, I asked Barbara Walter Williams if the hieroglyphs have not been deciphered or translated. Before you can translate, you have to go through deciphering. And most people who I would take on and tease, they didn't even know that process. So I would usually wait for someone who actually had that knowledge and took the time to look up that before there is a translation, there has to be decipherment. And when you get into decipherment, you're going into the ciphers. So when I brought up Pigpen cipher, most people couldn't comprehend the connection I was making. Even when they saw Napoleon cipher, they still acted oblivious to it. And the nerve for some of them to be Masons or Freemasons is obscure. For them to hide this information and knowledge and not let you know these things, they are keeping someone protected. And if any organization or group in this great country we call America has ever been any type of fight for our rights or anything, and they exist, and we live in our own country like this, they are not here. They are the problem. If you're not helping, you are the problem. Understand that. So, Bobby Walter Williams responds, "Oh, my hotep is one thing they got right," and we were like, "Hold up, who got right?" Bobby Walter Williams not want to publicly give out this information. He didn't want you to know that he went over there talking. See, but I found out things that are deeper that blows all this information out of the water. That's why now I'm freely sharing this information. See, debating people like members of I'm in Raw Squad, such as Wu Jia Wu, even though he said, oh, it wasn't a debate. We had a moderator, but it wasn't a debate, right? And I asked him about the culture and languages and traditions along the Nile, going into Egypt. No, yeah. And at first he didn't want to admit it, that basically all his information and knowledge about the country called Egypt comes from Arabs or comes from Bedouin sellout, uh, Janjaweeds, some people that are working in the benefit of the Egyptian country, which is based upon tourist attraction, who runs tourist attraction, and Hollywood, which is connected to. That's why they make movies and get people interested in going to see all the good stuff in Egypt over there. Not the original Egypt over here in America, the Egypt over there. Yeah. So, yes, he said, yeah, they got that right. So it took me a while, and I had to dig up stuff, and then I had to, find out like, well, what sources are you looking at? I already have the information on the languages and stuff connected over there. So for me, it was like, you know, uh, shit, I'm just gonna look this stuff up myself. And then I had to approach Bobby Walter Williams like a year later, and I had a witness on the phone, my good brother IMU, also known as Waterman. Well, he wasn't on the phone not interview, but the whole time. And we were going to interview Bobby Walter Williams, but I decided not to. I wanted Bobby Walter Williams to, you know, uh, finish his book that he was revising, a book he was writing, and he said he's going back to the drawing board or some of the information. being that there was information that he didn't have access to, many people forget knowledge is based upon what you already know. You understand that? That means you don't just look up in the stars. Wow, hexahedron dimensions, uh, splitting spindles, get light speed and dark matter. No, you look at the stars sparkle and you're just mesmerized by the stars sparkling. You might be able to fake out some stuff, but no, we don't just make up those things like that. Come on. That's why wisdom is forever the greatest teacher. Wisdom is undefeated. And it was what led me to a lot of things is wisdom. A whole lot of trial and error. Not enough trial and error, to be honest. There's a whole lot of failure before I saw any day of light. So basically, Bad Hotep is just a Beja phrase. And I looked it up and I was being biased and I was trying to trigger people. So I would try and finagle the word to mean something that, it's not. And it's like, if I can finagle these words and do all this, shouldn't that tell y'all something about these hieroglyphic translations? Because you're just taking a sound and you're just connecting a sound. I could take that sound to any language. So basically, it became conflicting for people who are making money because then I'm messing up their money. Then they're like, if you're telling us that it hasn't been translated or all these other things, then how about you present us with some information on what it really is? And I came out, made my own hieroglyphs, and showed everyone. All right, look, man. The I talked to the people over there, and they were telling me that hieroglyphs are more relevant to the earth itself and this thing and that thing connected to this. And they're telling me that y'all don't know what y'all talking about. And when they look at the hieroglyphs, they use the language that they speak. So I had to, find out, well, okay, what language y'all speak in. And they spoke dialects that I never heard of. I was like, is that Beja? I'm telling you, bro, it's so much stuff, man. If you let this internet be the last, get the last answer over these articles and all this stuff. And man, you gotta dig, this week gotta hit the sand. Boots gotta hit the dirt. You know, when you gather information, you get what you pay for. That's real. That phrase is so real. And a lot of people have a whole lot of free information and knowledge. That means there's a lack of wisdom that's blocking you, right? Lack of wisdom that's blocking you. Get this. Mā'īt hotep, when I busted it all out, it just means come, stop raining, grandma, follow. And this phrase, even at the end of this phrase, was borrowed and became the first sound e connected to the next sound re. So they changed the B to a P because they wanted to square it and be a P. And they have a whole purpose and reason for that. I'm not going all into that because that's stuff. Like I said, you got free knowledge. I'm I'm more than happy to openly share free knowledge and knowledge that's like, accessible that you could get, but because you didn't pay for information and knowledge, you're not going to know where to look. I paid thousands upon tens of thousands of dollars to get certain types of information that allows me to make money in the future, information that allows me to have an edge over the other people who are doing research, you know, and it's for a while it was gratifying when I still had an ego to feed, but that's those days are over. They're over. It's simple. When you can bust out stuff so simple a kindergarten can understand it, then you're going somewhere. Man, if your shit is complicated and complex and I need to go to a calculus school or I need to go sit at a goddamn poetry seminar or some shit, then you're not gonna reach it. It's not going anywhere. So it took me years to put together a plan to share this information. That it didn't just come from me. It came from people actually from all over the world and multiple interviews. So when I started busting this out and and connecting with Walter Williams. I'm like, well, why is Walter Williams not telling people? So it wasn't until the private conversation. Okay, this Oasis, and this people. Like, yeah, those are the people. Those are the people who are still there. He said, and they call it E. He said, do not let them change Egypt, Egypt. Do not let them change the name. Uh, some say it's EG, like G as in she, G as in Niji. So when you're looking at the word Egypt, right? Egypt, and you have people saying, "Nah, I call it Kemet." And you look up the word Kemet, it's connected to some Greek weirdo, something about sex where you're masturbating and you tie something around your throat. Why would I want to say I come from a place that literally means tie my throat with something while masturbating? Just gross. It's disgusting. So when you're putting these things together, and you're saying, so basically, what is that really saying? Stop raining. Raining stops. Come, the raining stop. The raining stop. Come. Uh, then I'm taking these words and I'm literally just switching them around. That's all I'm doing, just to make it so a kindergarten understand. Stop raining. Come. A kindergarten can understand that. Stop raining. Come. And that's all mā'āt means. That's all it means. Now, I find it to be interesting that this phrase hoped is connected to what would be considered Eve, and that is hoton, hoton, or hoton, or however they pronounce it. I'm not doing the whole proper dialect and everything. Anyway, time is running up, running short, and out of it. May not exist, but I ain't got much of it if I ain't getting paid for it. So again, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Maybe y'all like, damn, bro, this kind of yeah. Yeah, okay, so okay, so see here, E sun, and you see here, see my, and then you have an A with a circle in it. That's a soft, a light A, my eye. So I always said, why aren't you got, if some are saying my eye, like why are y'all saying my eye, my eye? I was like, why are y'all saying my eye? So when you take that and you just put the AT, you get the thing. Oh my bad. You see the I. Now you see there's three. You got I with the odd, the heavy T. And you have ot and ot. So when you do it, when you have that situation, you're gonna have to find out because it's different dialects. One means milk, right? The other, stop raining. One that says stop raining, they're suggesting ati. Okay? Again, I'm not using the proper dialect. Now I looked at the doze, sleep lightly, come sleep lightly, and I have to take it every way possible until I can find out who told the Egyptologists this and what time. I have to find out like real evidence, you know. Quite a good thing down here. So stop raining. Stop raining. And here you have whole by, whole by, whole by, whole by, right? Yeah, for the father, it's baba. For grandparents, whole by. You have E, hoton, right? Then you go here, you have ho, and you have ho, hot mama. I mean, ho, ho. They took ho, and then you put through a P back there and put a little E in there. No damn well ain't no hieroglyph for the E. And they said ho, ho, you know. And over there, they do not have a P sound. They do not pronounce a P sound. They pronounce a B sound. Look into different countries and islands who have problems pronouncing P's and B's. Like you can start linking different people cultures just by accent in the patterns with the people. Yeah, so you see again, hopefully, when you go keep, keep right here, follow tracks, okay? I need, right? Act, okay? Need, oh, grandparent, oh, E, come on, stop raining, come, follow, grandparent. So, like, what does that have to do with the law? So there's some stuff that's real deep to the city of the hierarchy. Which means look at the hierarchy right here. You're gonna say these are representations of geographical locations. That means that these are the things on Earth, things Earth is made out of, how Earth is made, the different forms of Earth. So when people take these hieroglyphs and reduce it to a sound without evidence to contribute phonetic value, you know, it's crazy. For one, you would have to hear the people speak. I've heard the people speak, you know, for the dictionary. I've had conversations in their language, struggling like hell, making a whole lot of mistakes on it, pronunciation and enunciation, a whole lot. You have to have your mouth in a certain position. Like y'all don't understand. Like learning, like just like learning the European language, the Spanish. Some people feel like, oh wow, but try and learn Punjabi, like or sheep, brat. You know what I'm saying? You can learn Hindi. That's not easy. But try and learn the Ethiopian language. You know, those complicated seven tone language, hitting pitches that what I'm saying line you right up with the universe. I mean, people don't know. But it just goes with the sound and something with our voice spots and all that good stuff. And people just don't know. There's a lot of stuff people just don't know. Again, you have to have knowledge in order to get through. If you're just throwing darts in the dark, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you're throwing darts at the target. You never look. Where you go? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, Mayat Hotep, this means come, stop raining. Stop raining, come. That's it. Now I got to get back to it. I'm taking a break from doing more business. I have a full house again. Having 8 tenants, 8 tenants. And I'm pretty good out there. Like I said, when I'm doing there, I'm pretty good. 8 tenants, minimum 800 a month. I think we went to doing it for a while. It's now at 1,000 a month. So income is been higher if it's hospice and you have hospice. And so it's like, I mean, um, in my life, I don't have to work anymore. I can stop what I'm doing and just go live my life and do it. So the only time I'm really gonna take my time to come on here and be serious and share some information that's most definitely valuable and useful in all kinds of dialogue, in all kind of dialogue of information things to talk about. It's relevant to what I just told you about my hotep. It's so many different things. Now you can look at the hieroglyph and be like, wow, there's something new to it. And then I have to listen to the shocker that my hotep has nothing to do with hieroglyphs. All that makes sense. It's just a better study.